Hello everyone, Adelina here for Studio 206 with day one of my December daily album. I have been so excited to start this project, I think because I got all my foundation pages completed so early this year. Today's photos are a couple of group shots that I took on actually November 30th, and then a couple of shots of my kids in this year's Christmas pajamas. We were out of town for Thanksgiving, so one of these shots is the day we got back, and then the other one is actually in the rental in Colorado where we were for Thanksgiving break. So I had a couple of these group shots, and they're both fairly similar. And I started off with this one, which has most of my husband's head cut off. And so I trimmed it down to fit under that flap. And then I decided that I didn't really like not seeing his face completely. And the other one showed everyone's faces clearly. Even though I like my daughter's silly little look in that first one, I went with the second one. And that's our cat, Frida Kahlo, there in the bottom. She was pretty stoked to have us back home. I trimmed down my photo about 1/8 of an inch on two sides so that it had a little bit of white space around it when I inserted it under that flap. I didn't want it sticking out from that bottom edge, and so I like the way this kind of sits in a little bit from the edge and has a little bit of a white frame. So I turned the insert over and started to trim down the 3x4 photos I have of my kids in their Christmas pajamas and began to lay those out. Then decided to flip it back around and add some stickers to the photo that I'd added. And these stickers are from a kit by Feed Your Craft. I can't remember off the top of my head. If you look at the blog post I did of my plans for December daily, I mentioned the name of this kit. I'm pretty sure it's already sold out, but just for reference, you will find that information in that blog post. And I decided to add the sentiment, "Be merry." And then I didn't think that that was enough in that space, and I added a little circle with a heart in there later. I think I get to that later in the video. But here I wanted again to leave some white space around the photos. I like them to be a little bit framed. My kids have really grown to love this tradition of getting pajamas for Christmas every year. My boys especially, because they wear them throughout the year, and they're at the age where they're growing constantly. So by the time Christmas arrives, they've outgrown the pajamas from last year. So they really look forward to this tradition. Now I'm using a tape runner to adhere my photos. That's typically kind of what I use. I have some other double-sided tape that I have used in the past, but this tape runner allows me to lift the photos up if I need to reposition them. So I like to use that for December daily, just because I'm a little indecisive sometimes on how I'm going to place those photos. So I added a couple of stickers to the back side, again still using that same sticker sheet from Feed Your Craft, and here's that heart sticker that I added. And that kind of completes this layout. It was pretty straightforward. I didn't have a lot to add. Since I had the time, I did a lot of work on my foundation pages, so most of these layouts will be just adding pictures and a little bit of journaling. So that completes today's layout. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can find more information on my website at studio206.com. Thanks for stopping by today. Have a great day.